Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. So this morning I thought from my little studio I would do some trigger point Pilates. Haven't done that yet as a pre-recorded session, and I know a lot of my existing people have asked if I could put some things on Facebook just so they can follow it. So I'm going to run through a couple of sequences. 20 minutes maybe, not any more. Obviously, I will run through at a slightly quicker pace, but when you do the class yourself, take it a lot more slowly. Firstly, for those of you who have never heard of Trigger Point Pilates and would like to give it a try, basically Trigger Point Pilates is a series of exercises using various bits of equipment. Don't worry if you haven't got, because we can always improvise. The idea behind Trigger Point Pilates is that we have fascia surrounding all the muscles and joints in our body, which can become a little bit dehydrated and resulting in sort of trigger points basically around the body. So with Trigger Point Pilates, what we're doing is through movement, we're hydrating the fascia, which in turn is then allowing the muscles to lengthen. So at the end of a class, you should feel a lot better, a lot more mobile, more flexible. So if you do other exercises, if you run high impact stuff, anything, this is a fantastic add-on to your existing exercise program. So it's a little bit like self-massage, if you like, incorporating some Pilates moves. So without further ado, I'm going to get on the roller. If you haven't got a roller, what you can do is use a large rolled up towel. So think of a big bath towel and roll it up lengthways, maybe a couple, and you can lie on there. Okay, so let's get started. So coming onto the roller, one never looks glamorous doing this. What you want to think about is having your head on the roller. Yeah, so the head is not hanging off, and also the base of your bottom or around the sit bones, that should also be on the roller, so you're supporting yourself. Hands on the mat, feet firmly on the mat as well, legs are hip distance apart. You want to think about lengthening your neck, lengthening the neck along the roller, and just breathe. So just get used to being on this piece of equipment. So basically, if you have a foam roller, you should be trying to do this 2 or 3 times a week, 2 to 15 minutes. Anything is good. So if you think about when you are standing, walking around, quite often we adopt more of a flexed posture. So just lying on the roller, even a rolled up towel, for a couple of minutes, 15 minutes would be perfect, but I know we don't always have that luxury. Just allows us to align the spine, to open out the shoulders. If you can see, it's really lovely thing to do if you have got a couple of minutes. Okay, so we're going to start. Just breathing normally. A light connection on your abdominal area. So I'm going to do, for my existing group, we're going to do a little sequence with the upper body to begin with. So we're going to take the fingertips up towards the ceiling. We lengthen through the middle finger, which allows the lengthening of the fascia. We're going to take the arms overhead and then float back up to the ceiling. Obviously, if you've got any issues with your shoulders, any type of shoulder impingement, then just be careful with your range of movement. Don't go too far. Going over and back. Don't worry if the fingertips are not reaching the floor, it doesn't matter. That's the whole point of this class. Hopefully at the end you will feel a bit of a wobble. A lot more flexible. Floating back, and then we're just going to bring the arms down. Fingertips coming up to the ceiling. Again, you're going to press the fingers away and then release. So as you release, feel your shoulder blades touching down onto the roller and then pressing the fingertips away. and release. Again, feel the shoulder blades touching the roller. Reaching up and release. Shoulder blades touching the roller. One more time, reaching up. This time we're going to take the arms overhead. We're going to circle completely all the way round. All the way round. Keep breathing. Remember to keep that slight connection in the abdominals. And then let's change direction. Let's go the other way. Oh, I'm a bit wibbly wobbly today. Circle. Leave the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Now remember, I'm probably going a little bit faster than normal, so do take your time warming up. All the way round. Okay, first little sequence coming up. Again, just a little check, make sure you're comfortable, the neck is long. We're going to take the arms wide into a T shape and then into a hug. Wide, into a hug, and then we're going to take the arms overhead into a wide V. From there, we're coming into prayer position, interlink the fingers, reach the palms up towards the ceiling, reach overhead. Again, don't worry how far the arms go, it doesn't matter. Into our T and cross, T, cross again. This time we're going overhead into our V. Into prayer position. Interlink the fingers, press up to the ceiling, reaching overhead. Again, don't force the movement. We'll do it one more time. Into our T and a hug. T again and a hug. Overhead into a wide V, into prayer position, interlink the fingers, reach up to the ceiling, take the arms overhead and release. Okay, leave the hands on the mat, feet flat on the floor, and if you have a ball, cushion, we're going to pop it between the knees, yeah? So squeeze the ball between the knees, activates inner thighs, pelvic floor. So we're just going to squeeze about 50% and then release. Squeeze and release. A couple more times, just squeeze and release. One more time here, squeezing and releasing. Okay, keeping that ball between the knees. So make sure knees are roughly in line with ankles. Press the hands down onto the mat to activate the core muscles a little bit deeper. We're going to press up into a shoulder bridge. So we're not going too high and then peeling back down again. If this doesn't feel good for you, pelvic tilt, yeah? Just a pelvic tilt. Okay, so we're not going too high with our bridge. Peeling up one vertebrae at a time. And then coming back down again. I'm going to add on to this. Again, I'm going through a little bit quicker than you would normally. So we're going to peel up. We're going to reach the arms overhead into a wide V. Option here, you can leave the arms or you can bring them back down, okay? So inhaling, as you exhale, squeeze the ball between the knees, arms come up into a wide V. This time, if you can, leave the arms there, come down from your shoulder bridge. Can you feel that stretch right through the center and then bring the arms down? And again, so peeling up, take the arms with you this time. Make sure the neck is long. Hold it there for a couple of seconds. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, peeling down, bringing the arms forward. And resetting. Let's do it one more time. So peeling up. I'm taking the arms with me. Coming down, one vertebrae at a time, and then drop the arms down in front of you. Smashing. So how are we feeling? Good. So that's another little sequence we can do. If you haven't got the ball between your knees, so just a quick one. We're going to peel up. We're coming down one vertebrae at a time. You're going to bring the arms down, slide the leg along the mat, flex the foot, take the opposite arm overhead. So flexing the foot, lengthening through the middle finger helps the myofascial stretch. Bring the arm in, arm down and leg in. Let's peel up again, one vertebrae at a time. Taking the arms overhead, coming down, bringing the arms down, slide the leg away, opposite arm, flex the foot, lengthen through the middle finger, come in and release. So that's another little option that you can do without the ball. And then try and stay on the roller if you can, anywhere up to 15 minutes. When you're finished, you're going to come off, nice and gently, take the roller away. I've got all bits and pieces here. I've got the battery pack. And then just relax on the mat. Hopefully you should feel, obviously when you're on the roller, you're holding a bit of tension because you're balancing. So when you come off, you should feel a lot more relaxed. So we're going to come up into a shoulder bridge just to see how it feels. Hopefully, it should feel easier than when we were on the roller. And then slide down. This time, keep the arms there as you lengthen the leg along the mat. Flex the foot, lengthen through the middle fingers. Bend the knee in. Bring the arms down. Let's just do it one more time. Peeling up. One vertebrae at a time. Keep the arms there if you can. Slide down. Lengthen the leg away. Bend the knee in. Bring the arms down. Just roll the head from side to side. Give the knees, hug the knees into the chest for a second. And we're going to move on. So this time, lots of kit with trigger point Pilates. So if you haven't got the little spiky balls, you could always use tennis balls, a little bit firmer, because these actually give, yeah? So I know you can buy some on Amazon. They're real plasticky, but they don't give at all, so not very nice. Tennis balls, probably a little bit kinder than the hard plastic ones. We're going to keep the band between the knees, or you can leave it out, doesn't matter. We're going to come over onto our side, armpit ball. We're going to place the ball in the armpit area. So you've got all these postural muscles. You've got the trapezius there as well, loads of trigger points in the trapezius. If you've got quite a flexed posture, if you sit at a desk for any length of time, then you do tend to adopt that kind of posture. We all do it, unfortunately. So this is a really good exercise for that area. So we're going to come down, place the prickle ball under your armpit. The palm is facing up. I'm going to bend my lower leg, extend the top one. If you need to pop a little pillow here to support your head, by all means, please do. Or you can use the green ball if you've got one similar to that. Okay, are you ready? So we're going to lift and lower the top leg. You should feel a little bit of pressure on the prickle ball whilst you're lifting and lowering. So it's more of a distraction here. I'm just not sure. Yeah, that's better. Didn't quite have it in the right place. Might feel a little bit of tingling here. Not terrible. Don't worry about it. Yeah, any nervy type pain, obviously, then that's slightly different. But because of the nature of the way we're lying, there might just be a little bit of tingling, but nothing too terrible. Lifting and lowering. Okay, bending the knees, taking the top arm in front, keep it long. We're going to open the door. So you're going over, and then more importantly, as you come back, you're going to feel that pressure on the ball. So you're opening and then coming back. Don't worry about your range of movement. Again, if you've got any problems with the shoulder, any shoulder impingement, then please don't force that range of movement. Opening and closing. You can also add a knee. So if you've got the band around here, you can also add the knee as well. So you're working into your glute muscles. Win-win. Open and close. Just a couple more here. I'm getting caught up in my wire. One more. And then we're going to take the ball away. Obviously, you can stay a little bit longer than I'm doing. And then I'm just going to come round onto my back and I'm going to compare. So yeah, obviously I've not been on there for very long, but this one does feel a lot more flexible around these postural muscles. You're going to do the same on the other side. So exactly the same exercise. And I'm going to wrap up now. So I'm going to be doing some more little sets with the trigger balls, the foam roller. Really lovely one I'm going to show you next time is a little bit of cranial release. So you're going to pop the ball in the base of the skull, and then in the nape of the neck, and then we may work down into the shoulders. So again, great exercise, especially if you're sitting at a desk for any length of time, and you can become quite flexed. So really good for these muscles and all the trigger points. Hope you've enjoyed the class. Do drink some water, not alcohol, remember. Do keep yourself hydrated. The fascia in your body does like to stay hydrated, so make sure you drink lots of water. And I shall see you next time. Bye for now.